Hello everybody, my name is Nick and you're watching for the latest unboxing video of the Fujifilm X100F. Now, when we open the box, here we have another box, and then when we open it, here we have instruction manual, warranty card and things like that. Then here we have a Fuji's battery charger. It's a BCW126. Here we have this for the neck strap, and we have a neck strap. Then we have a USB cable. This camera uses USB 2.0. Here we have a power cable for a battery charger. And here we have a Fuji's battery. This is a lithium ion battery. It's MPW 126S. It's 1260 milliampere hours. So yeah. And now, the most important, here we have the camera itself. Well, this is a Fujifilm APS-C camera. It has a 24.3 megapixel sensor. It's the same sensor as in the X-T2. It's APS-C CMOS sensor, obviously. It has a maximum resolution of 6000 by 4000. The lens that we have here, it's 23mm or 35mm equivalent f2.8. It has one spherical element. It has 8 elements in 6 groups. Now when it comes to the ISO, it has a maximum ISO of 12,800, but it can be extended to go from 100 to 51,200. When it comes to the frame rate, it has 8 frames per second with 60 frames buffer. And now this is obviously with the JPEG. With the RAW, it has 8 frames per second with 25 frames buffer of RAW. It uses SD cards, which go in here. They go in the same place as the battery goes. Then when it comes to the viewfinder, it has both electronic and optical viewfinder. It has a Wi-Fi connectivity, and it has, when it comes to the connections, HDMI, mic and remote, and obviously a USB connection. Obviously you can plug the USB in here in order to charge the battery. Now the main differences between this camera and the X100T is, well, the most major difference is that it has a 24 megapixel sensor, the same sensor as the X-T2. And the second major difference is that it has AF, much faster AF. Now also it has a much higher refresh rate in the EVF. It has a joystick, which is really important. It has an ISO dial, and it has X Processor Pro. Also something that is kind of important but not a major, at least not for me, is the startup time. It has quite a bit quicker startup time. Here we have the ISO dial, here we have a shutter dial, sorry. Also you can set the dial to the automatic, and here we have the ISO dial. As you can see, you just pull this up, and then here you have the ISO. It's quite nice to have a designated dial for the ISO, and also I really like this setup. And now here we have exposure compensation. This camera also has built-in flash, which is really nice and really important. Now here we have that lens that I was talking about. It's Fujifilm's spherical lens. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but in here you have the optical viewfinder, but also when I press this button, as you can see here, then you have the electronic viewfinder as well. Now this is a really useful feature. Now let me go through the menu. Here we have the image size. We can choose aspect ratio and the image size as well. Then here we have image quality, fine, normal, fine plus raw, normal plus raw, and raw. Also raw recording, uncompressed and loosely compressed. Then film simulations. We have quite a few options here. As you can see, I'm just gonna show you in order that I don't have to list them all. Then we have grain effect, dynamic range, white balance, and high tones, highlight tones. Then here we have the AF. We can choose a focus area that we want to use. Also here we have the AF mode, the single point zone and wide tracking. Let me go with the wide tracking. Then here we have AF points display. Now it depends whether you want to see the AF points on your screen. Then here, let me just go in this zone. Then also one thing is that here you can choose the number of the focus points that you want to use, 91 or 325. There's also pre-AF, AF option and few other in here. I'm not gonna list them all, I'm just gonna show you. Then here we have flash settings. Obviously you have red eye removal and a few others like TTL lock mode. Then here we have a movie mode. The most important two settings here is the Full HD at 60 frames per second, 59.94, and at 24 frames per second. So you can even shoot video and then slow it down quite significantly using this camera. Also then you can choose the single area or multi-area AF for the video, and there's HDMI output info display.